rightly self-awakened one. Homage to the Blessed One, Noble One, the rightly self-awakened one. Homage to the Blessed One, Noble One, the rightly self-awakened one. Welcome to all the monks and novices, and blessings to all the laity. The Dhamma is that which is all around us, which is a truth. This is what the Lord Buddha teaches is impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and anatta, non-self. We have likely heard this often, but we, both monks and the laity, who have not yet clearly seen this Dhamma, it is because the mind is still not yet at peace. We still have a feeling of me and mine that is firmly embedded in the mind. Because of being me and mine, we then do everything for myself. We lack Metta, loving-kindness. We lack Karuna, compassion. The Lord Buddha teaches us to have Metta to one another. Metta we understand already as love. It's a love that wishes to grow in good ways. It is without expectations of anything in return at all. Only then is it referred to by this word metta. And the opposite of this meaning of metta is if we expect anything in return. This is metta mixed in with the mental defilements. It is still not directly aligned with the metta contained in the Brahma Viharas, the sublime abidings, but it is still metta. Most humans have metta as a natural quality, but they also have defilements as normal as well. So it's better we practice with this mixture. If we only want to practice a metta that is pure without any defilements, then we likely will not develop metta at all. But if metta has more desire than purity, then it will likely be unusable. So it's good if we can determine in the mind that we will have metta and karuna to others. If we practice this, then it is also a good meditation object, because metta, karuna, mudita, sympathetic joy, upekkha, equanimity, they are virtues and qualities of a Brahma God. Brahma translates as one who is sublime, and one can be sublime because of the four virtues as talked about before. And so a characteristic of metta is building the feeling of overseeing our emotions throughout the day. When we have metta, we assist friends who have old age, sickness, and death, and we don't give difficulties to other living beings. The suffering that they have is the same as us having suffering. And the happiness that they have, we also feel at ease like them too. We will always love ourselves and love others equal as we love ourselves. So each day, we will wake up and be determined that we will have metta to ourselves and to all others, to all living beings. Because all living beings desire happiness and don't want suffering. So we wish that everyone would have happiness and that they can be free from suffering. Therefore, developing this mind of metta gives us happiness and ease in the heart. When we have inner happiness and ease, then what is this like? Our heart is joyful. Our facial features are smiling, bright and radiant. This is the feeling of metta. And what is the feeling of karuna like? Is it different? Karuna means compassion, sympathy. The feeling is a little different from Metta. The feeling of compassion has the good wish, having mercy and compassion for others to be free from suffering. Metta wishes for others to have happiness. Karuna wishes for them to be free from the suffering that they have received from troubles and difficulties. Like we see people suffering from lack in the basic necessities, lacking food, lacking medicine, shelter and clothing. We have a mind of Karuna arise. We want them to be free from suffering. This feeling of Karuna helps them, and we help them according to our ability. We can help with wealth, or we can help with the strength of our mindfulness and wisdom, which can be Metta and Karuna as well. This is Karuna, helping them to get out of their suffering they have received without expecting anything in return as well. This is assisting all living beings that have suffering to be free from suffering. Here the Lord Buddha, when he was still a bodhisattva, he had boundless, great compassion without any equal. The bodhisattva had the great compassion to perfect all his parami, spiritual accumulations, so that he could attain to becoming a fully awakened Buddha, to teach living beings and free them from the cycle of samsara. The Buddha did not do this for himself at all. If the Buddha wanted to attain to becoming an arahant, he could have done so a long time ago already. But here the Buddha kept building and perfecting his parami and had to stay continuing in the round of birth and death, going through suffering and pain, birth, old age, sickness and death for the purpose of helping living beings, done with a truly pure heart. So then for us, who still have worldly desires, still have beloved children, have concerns and worries, we have good wishes for our children. Maybe they don't do as we say, and then we have suffering. Our children don't follow us. We think what we are doing is good, but they aren't willing to follow us, and so we suffer. Why is this? It's because we still have this sense of self. We cannot go and control our children according to our wants. This is because each person has a different mind and heart. But however it is, if we want it to be a certain way, and it doesn't happen, then we should put it down first. Slowly find the opportunity to teach them, and they may have their own wisdom come up. So in developing this sublime quality of metta, if we then keep sila, then our sila is complete. We do dana, and the dana is complete. We will be able to maintain our mindfulness well. This sublime quality of metta of ours will help our samadhi be firm and be able to give rise to wisdom. And we can see that metta is not just in the Buddha's dispensation. Other religions have metta to each other as well. Like in the special days of other religions, they will have metta and karuna to others and give out basic necessities and assist others. So each person of each religion will have people who have metta and karuna in that religion. This is the foundation of goodness for the one who builds merit and parami. Now let's look at how assisting by giving material things is good and beneficial to relieve the suffering of many people. There are people who really don't have anything. They are in difficulty and suffering. They don't even have a single blanket. During the cold weather, the roof of their houses are not built well. The weather is very cold. Like this. So we help each other. We help those in other countries lacking the basic necessities according to our strength. We help the elderly, help the sick, help the renunciants that are lacking the basic requisites. We assist like this. But if we're talking about the greatest assistance, then this is assisting with Dhamma. The Lord Buddha said that the gift of Dhamma excels all other gifts. And the Buddha taught the Dhamma to beings who could be taught for 45 years without missing a single day. This is the Metta and Karuna of the Lord Buddha. And the ones who received this Metta were people of merit as well. They had been born as a human being and met the Dhamma of the Buddha. If we were not born as a human being, but born as an animal, dog, cat, elephant, horse, cow or deer, then, well, we wouldn't be able to know and see the Dhamma in this life. However, don't forget that every single mind has Buddha, this potential for awakening. One of the Arahant monks said some Dhamma that is worth listening to. He said, "The heat is within the stones. The heat is the fire that is contained in the stones." But no matter how we look at it, we don't see the heat, we don't see the fire, we only see the stones. But he said, heat is in the stones. Buddha exists in every mind of ours. Buddha exists in every mind of human and living beings. Every mind has it. It has Buddha already there. So what does this mean? If we do not take the stones to strike against each other, then the spark of fire does not ignite. A person's mind, if they don't put effort into Dhamma practice, then Buddha cannot appear. Buddha exists, but it cannot appear. Like in the stones, there is fire there, but without contacting each other, the sparks of fire cannot occur. So we should try to practice Dhamma, put our effort in, and do a lot of bhavana. We have dana, sila, and bhavana. Train in developing samadhi with strong, sincere determination. Like how we study seriously, we work seriously. But what is left is just this Dhamma practice and training, and we need to do it seriously. Do more. And when we do more bhavana, then what? Then the mind will start to have more inner calm. Then with this greater calm, this will be able to develop into wisdom. Therefore we are trying to practice and learn Dhamma. This is for the purpose, for this Buddha to appear in our hearts. And it takes perseverance and effort. A person will be able to become free from suffering because of this perseverance and effort. This is a teaching of the Lord Buddha. So may you put in effort in developing Metta Bhavana, which is an important meditation object. Metta is wishing others have happiness. Karuna helps others who are in suffering be free from suffering, whether small or large amount. When we determine our minds like this, then when the dawn has risen, we will not be angry with anyone. Today we will not have ill will to anyone. We will not have vengeance to anyone. We will have metta. We will have karuna in our hearts as much as we can. And having this intention, it is not that because we have intended to do it, then we'll be able to do it straight away. That we'll be able to have metta and not be angry at anyone. It's not like that. There is anger there. But when we have good metta and karuna, then the ill will, hatred, vengeance is not there, and there is only pure, wholesome and beautiful intentions to our fellow living beings. So let us have our hearts firmly established in this goodness and sublime virtue. May you all have a firm mind to have Buddha appear in our hearts. As the Venerable Arahant said, "In the stone there is fire, but if it does not strike, then no sparks will occur. In our minds there is Buddha, but if one does not put forth effort and persevere, then where will Buddha appear?" Therefore, perseverance and effort is important. May we be firm in having metta and karuna. May your minds prosper and develop, and have the Buddha arise in the heart. May you all grow in blessings.